Week 3 of The Bachelor is on its way, and it's promising to be all drama, as our Week 3 preview is all drama. Great. But one major question remains. Who's going home at the end of the next rose ceremony? Will Matt be keeping Queen Victoria, or will he send Marilyn home? Not to mention, there's a whole lot of drama with Sarah, and there's evidence to suggest she too could be leaving. So let's take a look at this preview for next episode and see what we can sleuth out. No posting spoilers in the comment section below, and if you want to take a look at the full preview uninterrupted, I'll post a link to that in the description.
This completely changed the mood of the night.
Chaos ensues. What the hell?
Just so disrespectful.
So right off the bat, I have to say that whatever these women are talking about here, it's not about the stuff that went down at the end of last episode. We can see Kit here in this outfit, and here's her outfit from the rose ceremony. So whatever happens to, quote, change the mood of the night is additional or different drama than what we've already seen. We can also be sure that whatever goes down involves quite a few women, or at least has a ripple effect to a number of the women on the show. As you can see Katie here in her same look as this moment from a preseason preview.
What just happened was not okay.
Do you feel ready for this?
And she's very visibly upset, saying what just happened was not okay. Of course, these could all be separate events too, like one of the things that changes the mood could be the introduction of the new women. We know that's coming soon, episode 4 seems like a good solid point for that. Maybe next episode they tell everyone the new women are arriving and end on a cliffhanger. We'll have to see, but I have a few other ideas I'm going to be talking about in a moment.
What's next?
These women, they have huge issues with me.
You're such a calculating little bitch.
So here there are a whole bunch of Fakeo shots. You have to remember that the narrative of a preview doesn't necessarily have to follow what actually goes down in the episode to come. Really, the preview's job is just to pump out maximum excitement and anticipation to get us all invested in tuning into the next episode. So seeing these menacing shots of MJ and Serena C staring each other down might never happen, at least not in this context. They could be looking at anyone. Like, what about Serena C and Katie, who seem to be in a feud from last week's preview? There's also heavy insinuation that the women are angry at Sarah in this section, but this moment with Sarah is actually from a shot with her and Matt. I also have a very different theory about Sarah, and again, we're going to be talking about that at the end.
You think that you have some kind of attachment to Matt when you only spent a couple hours with him. That's not normal.
Okay, so here we get a look at the one-on-one for next week with Serena P. They also throw in this shot of them in a hot tub, which we've seen before in the previews, and it does match up with the shot of Serena telling Matt she's falling in love with him.
Definitely could see myself falling in love with you.
Check out the earrings here, and here in the hot tub. But also note there's quite a bit of fancy editing going on in this section, especially when it comes to Jasenia saying you think you have a special attachment to Matt when you only spent a few hours with him, and then it cuts to Serena P, which is a major fake out as these are from two completely different times. We'll see more of this shot later on. Also check out what Matt's wearing here on the date, and then cross-reference that with the shots from the first section of the preview where they're talking about something changing the mood. Same outfit. But this walking away business is going to involve Sarah, not Serena.
There's manipulation going on, and I'm just not here for that.
This is so frustrating.
I felt those feelings with her, but it hurts.
And the drama continues with MJ talking about manipulation going on. This all seems like it's from the morning after the previous rose ceremony, you know, where everyone talks about the night before and then waits for Chris Harrison to come in with the first one-on-one date card. Check out Serena again, and you can see her earrings and the outfit here are the same as from her date with Matt. So they're talking here about what went down at the rose ceremony, and then Serena gets her date card. Either way, I don't buy the edit that Serena is the cause of any of the drama. We also get a shot of Bree and Matt kissing, then it cuts to Matt talking about being hurt. But this isn't about Bree at all. We've seen Matt wearing this outfit before, and if you're savvy, you've already noticed it. But we'll get an even clearer picture later on.
Can you stop?
No, I won't stop, Katie. I'll do whatever the I want. I never want to hear your name or see your face again.
Alright, now we're getting a better idea of what's going on. And who's the cause of it all? Victoria. Which, of course it's Victoria. Now here's Kit talking to Victoria and saying, "I never want to see your face again," and we can see Victoria here in her same sweater as this other shot. Not to mention, check out Jasenia here, in her same outfit as this one from earlier where she's telling someone you think you have a special attachment to Matt when you only spent a few hours with him. So all of this drama, all this stuff the other women are saying, it's all about Victoria. And that makes sense. So far, she's been the one causing all the drama, and she's pitted herself against everyone in the house. We'll dive into this more, but for now, let's finish the preview.
All the fake bitches can all go home, go home, go home, go home, go home, skedaddle.
And with that, the preview ends. And you know what? I couldn't agree with you more, Victoria. I couldn't agree with you more. So before we talk about all the drama to come, let's talk next rose ceremony, the one that ended on a cliffhanger last episode. And I think you can tell that, with Victoria's presence in this preview, it means she's surviving that rose ceremony. On the other hand, we have no footage of Marilyn. I mean, none at all. So, unfortunately, I think we're being set up for Victoria getting a rose, while Marilyn goes home at the next rose ceremony. It would also make sense as to why MJ, in the morning after that rose ceremony, says there's manipulation going on. She'll be talking about Victoria. Then there's also more drama with Kit and Jasenia opposing Victoria, but the big mystery surrounds Sarah, as we see this shot of her and Matt in the final section of the preview. And this is the same moment as this crying shot, and this shot with Matt looking at her through a window, all from past previews. But let's go even further back in this preview, and remember this shot right here? It's from the same time as Matt's date with Serena P, as he's wearing the same outfit. But I also recognized it from somewhere else. Check out this shot from the full season preview.
That was so, brutal. I just felt so attacked.
That's another sit down with Sarah, and all in one episode. This one here would have to be from the morning after the rose ceremony, as Matt's about to go pick up Serena for their date. They'll probably be talking about Sarah's fainting at the end of last episode, and maybe about other women's reaction to it, specifically Victoria's, as Sarah said she felt attacked. Add to that this shot from the same season preview.
If Matt sends her home, I will want to him because I'll just be like, that is so hot that he can see through her.
And we can start to see a narrative forming, that Victoria wants Sarah gone. Here's more evidence from the previews to support this narrative.
Sometimes you just let a bitch go. Can you tell Matt that, Sarah sucks?
So where is this all going? Well, here's my thinking based off the evidence we've been given in this preview. There are 2 sit-downs with Sarah, and they all seem to be next episode, and my theory is Sarah's leaving. Take a note of what Matt's wearing in this shot, and now take a look at this moment from this latest preview.
I felt those feelings with her, but it hurts.
I felt those feelings for her, but it hurts. Yeah, that sounds like he has feelings for Sarah, and then she decides to leave. And it would make sense that part of the reason is because of Victoria, which then leads to other women like Jasenia and Kit turning on Victoria. It would also make sense that once Sarah leaves, Victoria says this line.
Sometimes you just let a bitch go.
And check out what she's wearing here and what Kit's wearing here. Matches this shot with Kit and Jasenia, meaning what Victoria says could very well be taking place after Sarah has decided to leave, causing some of the women to get infuriated as all of Victoria's manipulation and bullying is working. That's my theory. Victoria stays, Marilyn goes. With Marilyn gone, Victoria sets her sight on her next target, Sarah, who, in Victoria's eyes, committed the greatest sin of all, getting more attention than her after she fainted at the rose ceremony, and even an extra sit-down with Matt here. So Victoria says Sarah's got to go. And when she does, well, the drama ensues. But Fantake, what about this shot from the previews? We haven't seen this before. This is Kit, not Sarah, almost assuredly. Okay, but what about this shot? Well, this is the only shot that keeps Sarah around. But if we see this shot, or Sarah in this outfit next episode, that's it. That's all the footage of Sarah. So keep your eyes out, cause seeing that could mean Sarah is gone. And I will point out there could be other reasons why Sarah goes too. With all this Victoria drama that happens, she might be thinking it's not worth it to stay here. Maybe she wants to go home and see her dad, who has ALS. Maybe it's all of the above that's causing way too much drama and pressure, and so she decides to get out of it. As for other eliminations for the episode, or for whenever the next rose ceremony is after the one to start next week, well, I'm hopeful that at that point, it's going to be the end of Queen Victoria. We've seen her in this outfit for one more rose ceremony, and at that same rose ceremony, she also says this.
I want to see Matt.
But after that, I don't think Victoria is around. So what I'm saying is, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and the rain could soon be over. I hope. So that's it for this preview breakdown for week 3. Hope you enjoyed the video, and be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you did. As for whether Sarah actually stays or Victoria goes, we'll have to wait until next week to actually find out, where of course I'll be covering it all. So, until then, Bachelor Fantake, out.
All the fake bitches can all go home, go home, go home, go home, go home, skedaddle.